Hi guys, so in this video we are going to do another function, its graph as well as its continuity. So that function will be a rational function. Okay, what is a rational function? Rational function will be a function which is of the form p by q, like our rational number. Rational number are of the form p by q where q is not equals to 0. Right? If q is equals to 0, then this whole thing becomes not defined. Not defined means there is no value. So if I say fx is one function and gx is another function, if I write them like this, where gx is not equals to 0, so this kind of function will be called a rational function. So the definition of rational function is the function of the type fx by gx. Okay, suppose I tell you I write 2x by x square plus 1. Okay, so where fx and gx, so this I can say this is my fx, one function, and this is another function. Now I think till now you are aware that we call these terms as functions. Okay, these are just notation. F of x and g of x are just notation. The actual functions are these which we write. Okay, generally to denote we write fx and gx, otherwise the function will be something like this, or whichever you write, like x square by x minus 1. Now see, if my x here becomes 1, 1 minus 1 is 0, then this function will not be defined. Okay, so this condition gx not equals to 0 is very important. Now let's see the definition, where fx and gx are polynomial functions. So any polynomial functions, if you write x is also a polynomial function, you can call it. Okay, basically the exact name is identity function, but you can call it polynomial function also. Okay, so where fx and gx are polynomial functions of x defined in the domain. Defined in the domain means the value which you take should not be a complex number. It should be a, suppose if I take r, then it should be a real number. If I take this set 1, 2 and 3, I tell you this is your domain. So you cannot take 4 in the function because your domain is only this much. 4 is not in your domain, so you cannot take domain. You cannot take 4 in the function. You cannot use 4 in the function because the domain of the function has only 1, 2, 3. So this is what is meant by defined in the domain. So whatever domain is given to you, your value should lie in that set. Okay, so now if I have a function, see, look at this function first. Fx is equals to 1 by x. Now if I tell you to choose any value for x, you can choose any value. You choose minus 1, you can choose minus 1.5, you can choose 2.5, you can choose 2.3356, you can choose like this. But look at this, if you choose 0, because that is also a possibility, you can choose 0 also. If you choose 0 and put here, the function will be not defined. Clear? Is not defined. So what will I do to make this function defined? I will remove 0 from its domain. Clear? So what I did, my domain is R and I subtract 0 from it, then you see my domain, everywhere my function is defined. By that I mean this is my domain, this is 0, I will not take 0, but other than this I can take any value on any side. Clear? So R minus 0 if you are doing, if this is your set. Okay, if you are doing R minus 0, that means you are removing this part, you are removing this point. Okay, Other than this point, everything is there. 0.1 is there, 0.01 is there, 0.001 is there. So now we need to find the domain and range and see its graph. Now see, if function is defined from this to R, then what is the domain? Domain, clearly you can see that is the domain, this is the domain. Now what is range? In range you will see whatever value you put here, you will never get 0. You will never get 0. So if you never get 0, then no point writing 0 in the range, because no element from the domain will be related to 0. If you have two sets like this, okay, this 0 will be left out. If they are asking codomain, then you will directly write R. But if they are asking you range, then you will see that 0 will never have a pre-image here. No element from here will be attached to 0, so you have to remove that 0 from there. Okay, so that is my range. Think, anything you put here, you will never get 0. You put any value except 0. 0 is not there, right? If you put 0, then also it's not defined. But will you get ever 0? If I put 2, 10,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, any value if I put, this term cannot be 0. You try putting any number of values here, largest to largest. Okay, so 0 will not be there. So what I will do, I will remove 0 from this range. Clear? So range will be, I will have the real number 9, but I will remove 0 from there. Okay, so that is my domain and range. Now let's see its graph. So your function is 1 by x, so you take x values and get your fx. If you take x as -4, so what will you get? 1 by -4. That means what? You are breaking 1 into 4 parts. That one part will be 0.25. So you can see here 0.25. And if you take 2, so it will be 1 by -2. So you are breaking 1 into 2 parts, half. That means 0.5 minus 0.5. Okay, so similarly if you put -1, it will be 1, but 0, it will be -1, but 0 I am not putting, minus 0.5. So minus 0.5 if I put, I will get -2. Your wish, any values you can take, but these values are taken just to show you a good, nice graph. Okay, minus 0.25 will be -4. Similarly on the positive side, you take 4 values. That is 0.25 if I take, I will get 4. Similarly, if I divide by 0.25, what will I get? 100 by 25, which will give me 4. So you are getting this. If you divide 0.1 by 0.5, you will get 2. 1 by 1. If you divide 1 by 2, you will get 0.5. This is how my table will look like. I hope you don't have any problem with the table. Let's proceed. So see these points which I have taken. I took x values, and what is our fx? Fx is 1 by x. So for, if you put -2 in this function, fx equals to 1 by x. If you put -2 there, it will be 1 by -2, so it will be minus 0.5. Similarly, if you put 1 by -1.5, it will be 10 by 15 minus, so it will be 2 by 3, which is 0.666, minus of 0.666, so you can write it as minus 0.67. so you can see those values are there. Now let's see the graph which we make from there. So you see, for -2 is here. Scaling is on x-axis, 2 division is 1 unit. You can see 1 division, 2 division is 1 unit. Similarly, on y-axis, it is 1 division on y-axis. 1 division is equals to 1 unit. You can see 1 division is 1 unit. Okay, so you see minus 2 value is 0.5, minus 0.5. So this is minus 0.5, minus 0.5, you can see clearly this point. Then minus 1.5, minus 1.5 will be minus 0.67, minus 0.67 will be little below 0.5. Okay, similarly minus 1 will give you minus 1, and minus 0.5 will give you minus 2. And as you move closer to 0, you will see your graph will keep on going towards the negative y-axis, but remember that it will never meet this line. It will keep on going near and near, but it will never reach. Okay, you will have a value for 1 by 0.0001 minus. Okay, you will have a value for this also, but you will not have a value for 1 by 0. So you go near and near, it will not touch it. This place where a line and curve never meets but keep going, we call it as asymptote. Okay, so similarly on this side, when you go to positive side, then your graph will jump from here to here. So it will come like this. Okay, as you take 0.1, it will be very near to this positive line, positive y-axis line. Okay, so as you move down 0.25 is somewhere here, then your value is 4, you can see. Then 0.5, the value is 2, 1, the value is 1, 1.5, the value is 0.67, and for 2, 0.5. Okay, so if you draw this graph, you will see a figure, you will obtain a graph which will look like the image of each other. If you draw a line from the origin, they will look like images of each other. Now by looking at this, I can say the function is continuous. Now you will say that at 0 there is a break. At 0 there is a break, right? At 0 there is a break, so how can it be continuous? Because we have removed that point where we don't have a value. If we remove that value where our function is not defined, we can make our function continuous. Clear? So whenever there is a value in the domain of your function at which the function becomes not defined, you will remove it from the domain to make the function continuous. Okay, so this is rational function. Thank you.